Why we can't stop scrolling, the science of social media addiction. Have you ever found yourself endlessly scrolling through Instagram, TikTok or YouTube, even though you promised yourself you just check for a minute? Maybe you even catch yourself doing it in the middle of work, during meals, or late at night when you're supposed to sleep. You're not alone. In fact, this kind of compulsive scrolling has become one of the defining behaviors of our digital age. But why do we do it? And more importantly, why is it so hard to stop? In this video, we're diving deep into the psychology of human behavior to uncover the science behind social media addiction. We'll explore what's happening in your brain, why your habits are so powerful, and even look at research experiments that shed light on this phenomenon. By the end, you'll understand not just why you scroll endlessly, but also what you can do to take control. 1. The brain on social media. Why scrolling feels so good. At the core of social media addiction is something called the dopamine reward system. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a chemical messenger in your brain that plays a key role in pleasure, motivation, and learning. Whenever you experience something enjoyable, like getting a like on your post, your brain releases dopamine, creating a feeling of reward. Social media platforms are designed to maximize this effect. Every notification, comment, or share is a tiny dopamine hit. The uncertainty of when you'll get that reward makes it even more addictive. A concept psychologists call the variable ratio reinforcement schedule. This is the same mechanism that makes gambling so compelling. You never know when the next reward will come, so you keep checking and checking and checking. Example, you post a photo on Instagram. You don't know how many likes you'll get or when. Every time your phone buzzes with a notification, your brain experiences a tiny dopamine spike. Over time, your brain starts craving that hit, reinforcing the habit of constantly checking your phone. 2. The psychology of procrastination. Another reason we scroll endlessly is that social media is the perfect tool for procrastination. It provides instant gratification, while our brains avoid tasks that feel difficult or boring. Psychologists call this the temporal discounting effect, a tendency to favor immediate rewards over long-term benefits. In simpler terms, it feels easier to scroll through memes than to work on a report, even if finishing the report would benefit us much more in the long run. This creates a cycle. We scroll, feel momentarily good, then feel guilty, and scroll again to escape the guilt. Research shows that procrastination isn't just laziness, it's a coping mechanism for stress and anxiety. Social media offers a temporary escape that is highly accessible and socially rewarding. 3. The role of FOMO, fear of missing out. Ever notice how social media makes you feel like everyone else is living a more exciting life? That feeling has a name, FOMO, or fear of missing out. FOMO taps into a deep psychological need for social connection and belonging. Humans are social creatures, and our ancestors relied on being aware of their social group to survive. Social media tricks your brain into thinking you might miss an important event, news, or trend if you don't check constantly. Even when there's nothing important, the anticipation of something valuable happening keeps you hooked. This is why just one more scroll can easily turn into an hour of lost time. 4. How color, design, and interface affect your mind. It's not just dopamine and FOMO. Social media companies know how to use psychology in design to make their apps addictive. Bright colors, infinite scroll, and short, snackable content all play a role. Infinite scroll. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok use an endless feed, which removes natural stopping cues. Unlike flipping pages in a book, you never reach the end. Autoplay videos. TikTok and YouTube autoplay the next video, triggering an effortless habit loop. Color contrast. Red and blue, main colors of notifications, grab attention and trigger arousal in your brain, making it hard to ignore alerts. Even subtle design choices have been experimentally shown to increase engagement, and many platforms have entire teams dedicated to maximizing these psychological triggers. 5. Real-life experiments and studies. Several studies give us insight into just how powerful social media addiction can be. The social media abstinence experiment. Researchers asked participants to stop using social media for a week. Most reported feeling anxious, restless, or even isolated within a few days, showing how deeply these platforms affect mood. The dopamine study, MRI scans, have shown that notifications and likes activate the brain's reward pathways, the same circuits that respond to food, sex, and addictive drugs. Time perception research. People underestimate how much time they spend on social media, because scrolling creates a flow state, where attention is fully absorbed, making hours feel like minutes. These studies confirm what many of us experience. Social media isn't just fun, it's designed to be habit-forming and hard to resist. 6. The social consequences. The behavioral effects of endless scrolling go beyond time loss. Social media addiction has been linked to increased anxiety and depression, especially in teenagers, decreased attention span and focus, sleep disruption due to late-night scrolling, reduced face-to-face social interaction and communication skills. Understanding these consequences is the first step toward taking control of your digital life. 7. How to take back control. Knowing why social media is addictive is empowering. But what can you do about it? Here are some science-backed strategies. Set specific limits. Instead of just check Instagram. Schedule specific times for social media. Remove triggers, turn off notifications, or hide apps from your home screen. Out of sight, out of mind. Use apps to track usage. Tools like screen time or digital well-being help quantify your habits and create awareness. Replace scrolling with rewarding activities. Exercise, reading or hobbies provide dopamine in healthier ways. Mindful scrolling. Ask yourself, am I doing this because I want to, or am I bored or anxious? Pausing before opening an app breaks the automatic habit loop. Even small changes can make a huge difference in breaking the cycle of compulsive scrolling. 8. Final thoughts. Social media addiction isn't about willpower, it's about understanding your brain and behavior. Platforms are designed to be addictive, tapping into fundamental psychological needs, like reward, social connection, and avoidance of boredom or anxiety. By understanding these mechanisms, you can take intentional steps to use technology in a healthier, more conscious way. Remember, you don't have to quit social media completely to regain control. Awareness, small habit changes, and mindful usage are enough to reclaim your time, focus, and mental well-being. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth explorations of human behavior, psychology, and the science behind everyday life. Share this with someone who keeps scrolling endlessly. They might thank you later.